Booktube, welcome back. I'm Winx, and the ink I'm talking about today is my weekend reads. And I actually just got a new phone. I got the Galaxy S8 and I'm very excited about it. So just for fun, I'm actually filming on my phone again, going back old school. But I wanted to compare the video quality and the sound quality to my fancy camera, just because sometimes it's easier to film on a phone. So yeah, let me know down below if you notice any difference or if you prefer this over some of my latest videos. So just to go over what I've been reading over the past week and what I plan to read going into this next week. I finished one book last week, and that was Necessity by Jo Walton, which was the final book in the Thessaly trilogy. I love these books. I really love Jo Walton's writing. The more that I read from her, the more that I just absolutely love all of her books. I'm amazed at how many different styles she has. Like her writing style seems pretty consistent from what I've read, but the different genres and the different topics that she writes about are so vastly different. So my first Jo Walton book that I ever read was Among Others, which is a sort of magical realism book following a girl who's going to a boarding school, and she's discovering the magic of science fiction and fantasy books, but also there's fairies and stuff involved, and it's very cool. But this series is science fiction, and it follows Greek gods, specifically Apollo and Athena, and they are trying to create Plato's Republic using robots and time travel and space travel, and it's amazing. Yeah, and she has some other books. I actually have one up on my shelf, which is Tooth and Claw, and that one I believe was called The Pride and Prejudice of the Dragon World. So good. So many things. I'm so excited. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I gave it 5 stars, and I'm actually planning to do a discussion video over the entire trilogy. It will probably have spoilers, but you know, I want to talk about it because I have so many feelings about these books, and yeah, so look forward to that. Then I'm still working on The Golden Fool by Robin Hobb, which is the second book in the Tawny Man trilogy. If you're familiar with Robin Hobb books, you have probably heard of the Farseer trilogy, which is sort of the original trilogy to this giant collection of books in the world of the Elderlings, and that is told from the perspective of Fitz. The second trilogy is the Liveship Traders trilogy, which is set in the same world but in a different part of the world and follows new characters, new storylines, but there are a lot of little connections to things that we learned in the Farseer trilogy. Then this trilogy, the Tawny Man trilogy, goes back to Fitz, and we're back in his part of the world, we're back in his storyline, and following the characters that we met in Farseer. And actually I just got to a chapter in this book which was called News from Bingtown, and Bingtown is the main town in the Liveship Traders trilogy. So I'm really excited to see how much from Liveship Traders gets pulled into the Tawny Man trilogy. Yeah, I'm only about 250 pages into it, and so I have a little while to go still. I've been making kind of remarkably slow progress on this book, considering that it's a Robin Hobb book, but it feels like whenever I am reading them, I can't stop. And then if something comes up that distracts me from it for a day or two, I kind of forget how excited I am about the story. So it takes a few of those moments of just getting really excited about it to get me through it, I guess. So yeah, I'm hoping to read some more of this one today, and hopefully make this kind of my main focus for the rest of the week, and see if I can get through the rest of it before the end of the month. Then the final book that I'm working on at the moment is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, and this one I've been so excited to read. I read the first chapter of it like a year ago. I did that try a chapter tag when it was going around, and I used this for one of those. I also read the first chapter for an ASMR video that I decided to do, which, by the way, I think I want to do more of those and sort of expand a little bit. So I don't know if it'll be all reading, maybe some page turning sounds, I don't know. I'm fascinated by this world of ASMR, and I feel like it's a really cool self-care thing, so I'm intrigued by it. And if you have any thoughts on ASMR or favorite things that you like in ASMR, I would love to hear about that. so I can incorporate it maybe if I do this. We'll see. Anyway, so I've been trying to actually vlog my reading of this a little bit. It's been going a little bit slow because I haven't had quite as much time to sit down and vlog as I thought, slash quite as much, what's the word? I don't know. I feel awkward sometimes when I'm vlogging. I don't know why. I'm trying to get over this. So this is a good way to get over that. Also, this new camera, or this new phone, has the coolest thing where it has a security option where you can unlock it with your irises. You can scan your eyes and unlock it. I love this. It's super cool. So far it's been working pretty well. The only time I've encountered an issue was when the light was kind of intense and I was wearing my glasses, so there's probably a glare. Totally makes sense. But I really love this option. The only thing is that I have noticed and have been told that when I am unlocking it in front of other people, it looks like I'm just taking impromptu selfies. And I think this is actually going to be really good for me getting over my weirdness about vlogging, and especially vlogging in public. Because I'll just look like I'm taking selfies all day anyway. I might as well just talk and then have a video. It'll be great. Anyway, so yeah, I'm working on this one. I'm not very far into it yet. I've only really had one good sit down of reading it, and I really liked what I've read so far. I'm about 3 chapters in, and hopefully I will get some more time to read this one during the week. I had this whole plan where I would dedicate like an hour every evening of the week last week to this. I only did it one day, so we'll see if I do a little bit better this week, hopefully. I'm really enjoying the book, so as long as I have time, this shouldn't be a difficult thing to do. So that's what I'm currently working on and what I plan to read throughout the week. I would love to hear what you've been reading and if you've read any of these books and if you have thoughts on them, if so. Also, like I said, let me know down below if you have any thoughts on ASMR videos, or if you've noticed anything that's better or worse about this video versus some of my last few videos, which I did on my Canon Rebel. I would just love to collect all of this data. Yes. Also, many of you have already gotten the spring book bath box. I sent those out last weekend, so most of them arrived in the US on Monday and Tuesday, and if you live overseas, they should be on their way to you. Hopefully the ones in Canada will be arriving around this week. It seems like that normally takes about a week, and other countries takes 2 to 3 weeks, so there's still a little bit of time left there, but I am so excited. So far I've gotten really good responses from this box. This was actually the highest value box that I sent out so far. It just worked out really well that I was able to incorporate more items than normal and higher value items than normal. It just all came together perfectly, and I'm so glad. Also, because of all the boxes that went out, I'm able to donate $110 to the ACLU. I donated $1 per box and it was $109, so I like added $1 because that seemed reasonable. So yeah, I am so glad that that happened, and I'm so thankful to you all for supporting me as always, and I'm really excited for the summer box. Anyway, enough rambling. Let me know what you've been reading and what you've been up to. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!